Hey there, science fans. Welcome back to another fascinating journey into the world of science. Did you know that those delicious yellow bananas we all know and love are actually radioactive? Yes, you heard that right. It's true. But before you swear off banana splits forever, let me explain. The radiation levels in bananas are incredibly low. The level of radiation in a banana is incredibly small, and it's nothing to worry about. In fact, you'd have to eat a lot of bananas to even come close to a harmful dose. In fact, it's a great example of how radiation is a natural part of our world. Bananas are just one of many foods that contain small amounts of natural radiation. So how come these fruity favourites set off Geiger counters? It's all about the science behind it. Well, it all comes down to a naturally occurring isotope called potassium-40. This isotope is found in many foods, not just bananas, but more on that later. Get ready to explore the surprising world of radioactive foods and learn why a little radiation is nothing to fear. Stay curious, everyone. There's so much more to discover about the natural radiation in our everyday lives. Now, back to that fascinating element, radioactive potassium. See, bananas are packed with potassium, which is a vital mineral our bodies need to function properly. It's essential for things like muscle contractions, nerve signals, and maintaining fluid balance. Potassium exists in several different forms known as isotopes, and one of these is potassium-40. This isotope is quite special. This particular isotope just happens to be a little unstable, which makes it unique. That instability is what makes it radioactive. It undergoes a process called radioactive decay. Don't let the word unstable scare you, though. It's a natural process and nothing to worry about. It just means that potassium-40 likes to decay or break down over time, releasing energy in the process. When it decays, it releases a tiny bit of energy in the form of radiation. This energy is minuscule and harmless. This process is happening all the time. Not just in bananas, but in lots of other everyday things like nuts, seeds, and even our own bodies. It sounds a little scary, but I promise it's totally harmless. The amount of radiation is so small that it doesn't pose any risk to our health. Okay, so bananas are a little radioactive, but how much are we talking here? Well, scientists have a unit of measurement for radiation called the sievert, SV. But don't worry, you don't need to remember that. The amount of radiation in a banana is so small that we actually measure it in banana equivalent doses, or bed. One bed is equal to about 0.1 microsieverts, which is a teeny tiny amount of radiation. To put it in perspective, you'd need to eat about 10,000 bananas in one sitting to get the same amount of radiation as a single dental X-ray. See? Nothing to worry about. Section 4. You glow, girl. It's not just bananas. Bananas might be the poster child for radioactive foods, but they're not alone. While bananas are famous for their potassium content, which includes a tiny bit of radioactive potassium-40, they are just the tip of the iceberg. Lots of other common foods contain that same radioactive potassium-40. Take potatoes, for instance. These starchy staples are packed with potassium, and yes, that includes the radioactive kind. They contain potassium too, just like their yellow curve counterparts. So next time you enjoy some mashed potatoes, remember you're getting a tiny dose of radioactivity. And don't forget about Brazil nuts. These crunchy delights are not just a tasty snack, they pack a punch when it comes to radioactivity. These tasty treats are actually more radioactive than bananas, but again, it's nothing to be concerned about. The levels are so low, they pose no risk to your health. But wait, there's more. It's not just food that's naturally radioactive. Everyday items around us also contain trace amounts of radioactive elements. Building materials like granite countertops, cat litter, and even the ground beneath our feet all contain trace amounts of radioactive elements. These materials are all around us, contributing to the natural background radiation we experience daily. It's just a part of life on Earth. So embrace the glow and remember, a little bit of radioactivity is perfectly natural. Section 5. Don't panic. Radiation is a part of life. I know what you're thinking, radiation sounds scary, but here's the thing. We're exposed to low levels of radiation every single day, and it's completely natural. Whether it's coming from space, the ground, or even our own bodies, this background radiation is nothing to fear. Our bodies are designed to handle these low levels of radiation, and it's actually a key part of how scientists study the world around us. So the next time you hear the word radiation, don't panic. Remember that a little bit of radiation is a natural and harmless part of our amazing planet. Section 6. Go bananas. So there you have it. Bananas might be slightly radioactive, but it's nothing to worry about. In fact, it's a fun and fascinating example of how science is everywhere, even in our snacks. So go ahead, enjoy that banana split. And remember, a little radiation never hurt anyone. Keep asking questions and never stop exploring the world around you.